What's up, guys? Good morning. I got a quick message I want to send out. Actually, a buddy of mine's. He's so close to hitting 200,000. He's about 20,000 away, and I thought it would be a good message for not just him but for the entire team. He needs to make 20,000 before the end of the month, before October clicks over, and the solution is something called jumping. Everyone in the business, at some point you have to make that decision. What's priority, okay? And so his priority is he wants to make sure he hits his 200,000. We're in a business where income is not an issue if you make a decision to put in the work. So success is available. The question is are you available for success? Anytime you see people failing or not winning, it's because they're not putting in the time and they're, not putting in the effort that's necessary to win. But the second you make that decision, then you start working on day-to-day, all day closing, okay? So we're going to talk about life insurance for a minute, because that's the fastest way to make income, immediate income, because he needs it right now. He doesn't have 2 months to wait, 3 months to wait. He's got a lot of you guys, your incomes are not where you need to be, and you have to hit numbers before month end. So it's just that drastic times calls for drastic measures. So first of all, one of the things you want to do is jumping came from a leader by the name of Shelly Narain. When I was doing the $1 Million Run, she actually coached me on what jumping is. She don't call it that, but I created that name for it because basically that's what it is. So we're no longer at a position in our life where we can just close business and set up appointments to set up appointments to set up appointments. We actually have to close business today for today. So, for example, I would call the client, hey, how you doing? And they would, because I didn't do business in so long, they'd be like, who are you and all that. But I'd finally get to them and go, hey, one of the reasons I'm calling is just because of, COVID and, the situation of, and I just wanted to check on your policy, make sure everything's all right. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Let me just look up your policy, make sure everything's good. I call it back in 10, 15 minutes. Hey, just wanted to let you know, your policy's perfect. I looked at the price and, and the amount of coverage. You're totally covered. One of the things we want to do is, make sure that you understand that you're fully covered. With COVID, if anything happened, our company's been paying out all the claims and all that cool stuff. The only thing I'd be concerned about is increasing my policy, just in case rates might go up in the future. This would be a great opportunity to increase your policy. The next thing I'd like to know is who in your house doesn't have a policy. Can you walk around your house and see who doesn't have a policy? So she walk around the house, finally gets her daughter. Her daughter answers, and I said, could you put your daughter on the phone? The daughter gets on the phone. Hey, I do insurance for your mom. I'd like to do a policy for you. Let me run you a quote. So this is not a long conversation. This is not a whole presentation. This is a direct conversation. Let me do a quote for you and see what we can do for you. So I get a date of birth. I'll call her back in 5 minutes. I run the quote. I put it on a text format. So I put plan A, plan B, plan C, which one is best for your family. And then I call her back and I say, hey, Elizabeth, do me a favor. Could you put your phone on speaker and go to your text? Then she goes there, puts her phone on speaker, goes to the text, and she sees plan A. Here are the three options, Elizabeth. I know you're reading it there, but plan A, you would get, $250,000, $50. Plan B, you'll get that for 60. Plan B, you'll get that for, 100. Which one of these plans fits best for your family? I like plan B. Okay, really quick, let's do a Zoom, and we'll set that up for you. But before I do that, quick question. For emergency purposes, if anything happened to you, who would be the most responsible person to get back to me? If something happened to you, obviously you won't be able to. Oh, my daughter's father. Okay, so I would call up the daughter's father and go, hey, daughter's father, how you doing? This is Chris. Sat down with Elizabeth this morning. We did a policy in place for her, and she put you down as emergency contact. What that means is, if anything happens to her, I'd be the person that you would call ASAP. Okay. The question is, I'm going to send you a quick picture of myself and all my information. And if you have any questions, you can call me and so on. Okay. By the way, David, who does your insurance for you? Do you have $500,000? Do you have $1 million? I'd like to run your quote. David says, okay, great. Then I call David back. We'll do a part two here. All right, part two. Hey, David, this is, what I'd like to do is run a quote for you. So here's what I need. And I get his information. I run the quote. I says, David, I'll call you back in 3-4 minutes. Put the quote together, put it on text format. Call David up. Hey, David, how you doing? Do me a favor, put your phone on speaker and go to your text. Goes to your text. It says, this is the options we have here: Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Which one of these seems like it'll best fit your family? Plan B seems awesome. Okay, great. Let's get some quick information. But before I do that, one of the things that, that's scary is sometimes people have policies and they pass away and no one in their family knew. So as a company, we do something called emergency contacts. And so what that is 3 to 4 people that you might know that they are responsible. We won't give them any information on your policy, but we'll just call them and let them know, I'll give them information on myself. So if anything happens, obviously you can't contact me, but they would. And so, I start doing David's policy, and I call David's mom, and I close. But this is not a setup thing. This is, what you want to do today for today. So jumping is not. I had an appointment scheduled since last week. That's not jumping. Jumping is you met someone today. You get their life app today. You do that person's life app, then that turns into a life app today. Then that life app turns into a life app today. So it's somewhere around 10 to 15 hours a day is what we was putting in. So many of the leaders on this phone, know how to write 10, 15, 20, 30,000 premium. You did it during the $1 Million Run. You just have to find that need, and you have to make that time available to go get that done. I don't know if at this point in your life you need to go close a ton of business. Like my buddy dude that's going over 200,000, maybe you don't need to close a ton of business. Maybe you're financially set for the week. Okay, I would at least jump a few times a day. When I speak to Shelly, she tells me she takes off 3 days a week, and I go, how do you take off 3 days a week and close 80,000 a premium a month or 60,000 a premium a month? Because she jumps. Literally, she gets up in the morning and she doesn't stop calling until she finds someone that she can do a policy for. When she finds that person she does a policy for, I need to meet your sister, your brother, your mother, your cousin, and she goes and meets them right away. And then, from that it turns into another Zoom. From that it turns into another Zoom. And you do that, but you can't go, I'll call you back. Who do you have that I can reach today? If they don't have someone you could reach today, you got to keep digging till you find that person that could give you that jump. And once you get into that, I just did a policy for your brother this morning. I wanted to give you some information on, and then all of a sudden, in the evening you do another policy. So it's somewhere around 3 to 5, maybe 6, 7 policies you should be doing every day, to hit that goal, buddy. I hope that helped. I'm going to call you directly after. I just wanted to put it on video so other people could take advantage of it too. But, it's month-end madness, baby. Are you going to be sad at the end of the month, or are you going to be mad, or are you going to be happy? It's all up to you. You got more than enough time. I think we got 7-8 days left before the end of the month. You can go write 20 grand before the end of the month. Okay, you can go write 30 grand before the end of the month. You make that decision that, you go close out the month strong. Start focusing on your vice president contract for you guys that are not vice president. And, that's a big part of it, being able to produce and stay in business and make income. And for you guys that are vice presidents, let's start lining up, see who wants to go to vice president. All right, so I hope that helps. Sorry, we're going to do a part 3. One of the best ways to, drum up a lot of businesses, there's a lot of people that quit, and there's a lot of people that, they're not interested in the business anymore, and they left. But believe it or not, they still liked you as a person, or they still want to believe in the concepts of what Primerica offers. And so they're great people. I think, one of the people I closed the most is people that was in the business, that see you on social media and all that stuff. And I would call them on, and, basically there would be different scripts and stuff like that. But, one of the main ones is, hey, I'm really close to getting a big promotion with my company, and I need to do 6 to 7 policies in the next day or two. Do you know anyone that we could do a policy for? I'll get back to you. I'll call you directly, and I would send out a text like that to everyone. I need about 6 or 7 policies. I did do 6 or 7 policies in the next day or two. to get that promotion. Is there any way you can help me out a little bit? And so we would reach out to these people, and if you send, probably, I send a text to every single person on the planet. When you're going after a goal like that, everyone's got to get involved. It doesn't matter who they are; they got to buy a policy from you. Okay, the fact is, we had a lot of people that buy policies that they're no longer in the business. Some of them try to get back in, or want to get back in. But the fact is, just call up every teammate or text them. Every teammate, you should be sending out 30, 40, 50 texts to people. No one's on the fence. So everyone in your life needs to have that conversation with you that you're getting a new policy. Everyone in your phone, they need to get a policy. One of my favorite lines was, "Do you have $500,000 or $1 million?" I'm going after a big goal that we're supposed to hit, a big promotion, and I need your help. I have no problem saying I need help. Either they help you or they don't help you. Ain't nothing lost in my. I don't care what people think. Okay, just put that in your, and we went after that big promotion, and you were able to close a ton of business in a short period of time. So I hope that helped. That was part 3. Maybe there's a part 4 coming.